Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is going to be Redbeard Comics. Huge comic fan. I've been watching the YouTube channels for a while and I love them. Been quietly collecting. I got a massive collection. I'm pretty excited to go through it with all of you. Going to cover, I don't really do a lot of graded comics. I have some. We'll cover a lot of magazines, a lot of pulps. Got a huge collection of Silver Age, goes into the Golden Age, comes into the Bronze. Not a lot of modern, but we'll do some of that. Yeah, let me just kind of take you for a tour around the room a little bit. I've got the best lighting. I'm working on it. So we got some graded comics here that we're going to get into. A little bit of artwork. Just practicing with a Libra Hemo here, one of my favorite painters. You can kind of get in there a little bit. See. Coming out with green light. Comic book collection here. Some graphic novels, some figurines. Get into some of these magazines. Couple books I've written here, some sculpting, painting of the beautiful wife. Yeah, so looking forward to get into this with you. I'll film my first box review. Not really sure what's in these. There's no order to most of them. Some of them are graded, but sticker graded and then priced probably from 2 years ago, so the prices are probably still a little high. I'm not a dealer. I'm a collector. I didn't price these to sell these. I priced these just to know what they were worth. Had a lot of time back then. I've done some shows. I remember just about every comic I ever sold, and I regret just about every single one. So I'm not really looking to sell comics. It's not the point of the page. I just love comics. I love reading them, holding them, owning them. You know, the smell of them, the old books, flipping through them, seeing the artwork. You know, the graded comics are great. I didn't grade any comics. I bought these graded, and it was just the smart way for me to buy these books that I wanted when I looked at the prices and the conditions of what was available online. But yeah, I'm excited. What I'll do is I got, 27 long boxes and some short boxes and stacks of pulps and old magazines that'll blow your mind. But probably for the sake of short videos, I'll do one long box at a time. And then, you know, I'd love to have like, share, comment, you know, share my page around if you like what I'm doing. And I'll try to mix it up. I'll do some artwork, some comic books, some magazines, some sculpting. You know, try to keep it fresh. But I got enough comic books here to do 10, 15-minute videos twice a week for a month. So probably going to start with a lot of that. I'm glad you found me. I appreciate you being here. And let's get into it. All right, let's get into this collection. Grab the first box randomly. Let's hope there's some good stuff in here. Let's kick it off. Looks like we got, set this up here. See that all right? Yeah. The Marvel Family 35. It's in pretty good condition, about a 5.5. Just a great cover, good color, good condition. I got that at my local comic shop. I live in Maine, so be at the Auburn Mall. These are going to be completely random too. I wish there was an order to these. X-Men 109, First Vindicator. That's a nice book. It has 9.6 on it. I bet you that's a 9.8 candidate. That's super crispy. You can see that. Great cover. It's been homaged a lot. First Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel Superhero Presents 18. Great cover. I love Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm a big fan of that book. This is first House of Mystery format, I believe. Got lucky finding that in a 7.5 in a short box. I think I paid like $2 or $3 for it. Pretty huge book. Knight Rider #1. I have 9.4 on there, but that's conservative. I bet you that's nicer than that. Just a great book. I think everybody needs one of these. Spider-Man 121, Death of Gwen Stacy. Kind of the pivot into the darker Silver Age or Bronze Age from Silver Age. Oh, bro, I found this at a flea market driving down the road and saw a guy had a short box of comics, was the only thing on his table, so I stopped and was digging through it. Not a lot of great stuff, but I came up on this and he had a really awesome price on it. Just couldn't pass it up. I was stoked. Got this at an antique shop. Probably paid what it was worth at the time, and it heated up since then. Great book, great cover. I love that he's got the shirt and pants in his hand, and they had to draw the pants back on him as well, because people are uptighty. Detective Comics 371. I don't remember the key significance here beyond just early Batgirl. But great cover. All these detectives are great covers. A little early Spidey here. Looks like 19. First appearance of Mac. Good condition there. Oh, I found a bunch of these in a short box at an antique shop, so I got them all. They're all about 9.6s. What If Spider-Man Joined the Fantastic Four, #1. Great book. Oh, this is, you can kind of see there, The Amazing Spider-Man. This is the drug stories, I think 2 or 3 issues long, and they ended up not putting the Comic Code Authority up here. They didn't approve of it, so they printed it anyway, and successful. And they got back to it after, I think back on 99, they put that back on. But great cover. Death of Hobgoblin. That's a pretty clean book. 657. It's a great book. I don't know if you've actually read these two. This and The Death of Gwen Stacy, and then The Death of Green Goblin Rider. Just great books. Not a big fan of Nova, to be honest with you. This book was showing up on everyone's hot and trending 10 lists, and it was popping and popping, and I got to a place where I saw a really high grade one for 25 bucks in a newsie. I couldn't pass it up. Tomb of Dracula 44. Just a great Doctor Strange cover. Really good shape, but just the condition and just the way that looks. Look at that cover. It's great. A lot of these Tomb of Draculas had great covers. Silver Surfer 2. This is the first appearance. I don't remember who. Was it the Parasite? Or, I don't know. Someone hooked me up in the comments. I can't remember. Just random from Silver Surfer 2 to first Scarlet Spider. Web of Spider-Man 118. I got the board in the middle of that. King size special, The Avengers 1. $0.10 Superman here, pretty crispy. I think this is first young son of Bizarro. Such a great cover, look at that. Bizarro's such a great character, just big fan. Oh, I don't know if you know what this is, but so Brolin, I don't remember the artist, he never really did Marvel Comics, and they finally talked him into doing this cover for him. But he had to send it over from a long distance, and they were coming up to their deadline, and they panicked. They had his sketch, but not his art. So they had one of their newer artists do this cover here. You can see it doesn't have a lot of detail. It's like a cheesy version of this. And this just went to print when this showed up, and they were mortified that they were going to tick him off, and he wasn't going to do more covers for them. So what they did is they printed his cover with an apology on the inside, and then they sold this comic book with this wrap around it. So to have both of these is rare. His is so much better. Just look at the detail and the hair and the clothes, and just so you can just tell the quality difference. But I don't think he was too happy about that. But most people just threw this cover away. They weren't interested in it. They didn't know it had collector value then, and you know, this was the comic. Having them together is pretty dope. Great cover. King size special Hulk #1. For my comic room, my wife got me a canvas of this. So when I got a couple of these now, I've been finding them. But when I got my first one of these, I was stoked. I felt like I had a piece of comic history. You know, it was on my wall art, and then it was in my long box. About a 5.0. It's a good condition book. Check that out. Baseball cover, Superman #60. It's the cover's on. It's complete. But it's about a 1.5. It's beat up. You know, it's got a little corner damage and shipping down the side. And it was well read. Probably rolled up and put in back pockets here and there. But it's great flipping through a Superman 60. An old 10 center. I think this is from 49? I don't remember. Great book here. I had a graded Crow first print 8.0. And I was doing a show at the Auburn Mall. And a guy that has a comic book channel, Whole Bunch of Words, I think it is. Great guy. He ended up trading me a few good books for that Crow #8. I'll try to put the link to that video. He made a video about it. It was a great video that he made. You know, it was a very equitable trade for both of us, and we were both happy with what we got. No one really got taken advantage of. I mean, it has a pretty good size hole right here, but the rest of the book is just in fantastic condition. That's really the only thing. It's got a tick here, and, you know, but little here. But good book, great book. First Sinestro. Werewolf by Night, one about a 9.6. I'd say probably a 9.8, but, you know, being conservative. Just a great cover, great book. Look at the condition of that. Just, I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but just really good condition, good wrap. This is another one of those books I traded for that Crow 8.0. First Batgirl. Detective Comics. What number is this? Can't see that there. 359. Yeah, great book. Classic cover. Look at that. Amazing Spider-Man 39. Just a great cover. Romita, I think. Right. Love it. Love the old Spider-Mans and the old X-Men's. Had great covers. Crime Suspense Stories 15. Look at that psycho. He's just burying her alive. These covers were rad back then. This is the only one I've seen out in the wild. Most of these you see are graded and just so expensive you can't afford them. But this one was at a great price at a comic book store in Waterville, Maine, and sitting on the shelf staring at me, so I had to grab it up. Tomb of Dracula 1. I got 3 or 4 of these. I have 2 graded behind me. We'll review, but I wanted one raw because I wanted to read the book. You know, I'm not trying to sell it. I actually wanted to like enjoy the book, so having one raw is good. It's a 4.0. You know, it's in good shape. Oh, another one of these. A 6.0, the king size special Hawk number 1. It's a great cover. I like that the light that's shining on it makes no sense. Like the light is coming down from the top down instead of the bottom up, and just the shadows don't make no sense with the fire. But it's a great cover. First Harley Quinn in continuity, is it? Yep, I think Alex Ross cover, just incredible. I think everybody knows this book, The New Mutants, Newsy. It's not in the best shape. It's been read, but you know, it's good to have. Low grade better than no grade, about a 6.5. The All Heavy Hitter, The New Mutants 87, first cable, first print. Remember, this was the big dog before Deadpool started climbing. Avengers 28, great Goliath cover there. Giant Man. This is Avengers 19, Swordsman 7.5. I don't know, it looks better than that. That book's in great shape. I don't think anything special of this character, but what a great cover, great colors. Superman 233 iconic cover. Is that Neil Adams? Someone let me know. I think that's Neil Adams' cover. But yep, this is the same guy that had that short box at the flea market, just driving down the road, flipping through his books. This is another great one he had in there. I don't think he really understood what he was selling because the prices were low, but I was happy to take them from him. Batman 423. Everybody knows this Todd McFarlane cover. All I ever see is this mistake and this mistake. Missing some of the yellow and got the white right there. You know, I think he really phoned this one in. He put a lot of black cape in there. He didn't want to put a lot of detail in there, probably up against the deadline, but ended up being one of his most iconic covers. Great book. He's one of those early X-Men. X-Men 23. I love these covers. They used to use so much of that paper. He's had so much depth in there. They're always like Renaissance paintings. Just fantastic. I don't know if there's any key significance to that. Just a good mid-grade early X-Men. Moon Knight. I had the bug got me. This was at a local comic shop. So I probably paid what this was worth a couple years ago when it was heating up. But it was 9.6, 9.8 candidate, good condition. Moon Knight's not really one of my favorite characters, but I couldn't walk right by that book sitting there. Amazing Joker cover. Look at that. Detective Comics 388. A 5.0 mid-grade. Just a great cover. Joker and Doctor Doom covers. I'm a sucker. Ghost Castle number 1. I scooped this book up just because it was a number 1 DC horror, and what I didn't know, it was the first appearance of, is it I think the librarian, one of the characters from Sandman. I think it was the librarian. Justice League America number 4. This is where Green Arrow joins the Justice League. It's pretty good shape at 4.0, but I mean, people used to read the trash out of them books. Such a random box. Thor 154. About a 9.0. That's a clean copy. I can't remember if this is first or second. Oh, right. Somebody knows, let me know, please. I got the Tomb of Dracula 10 graded behind me. I just figured I'd get Blade #1. What an ugly cover, though. What were they thinking? The 90s were awful. Cheesy, shiny covers. Voltron #1, about a 9.6, 9.8 candidate. Awesome book. You know, that's heating up right now. I've had that for years, and God, it's getting kind of good. Look at that. How do you pass up Superman shooting rainbows from his fingers? 10-cent book. Not a high grade, 2.0, but, you know, low grade better than no grade with a great cover like that. I don't know what's going on, but it's amazing. What we got here? Let me grab a fist of books here. Got the Tyler Kirkham Battle Damage Omni-Man Invincible #1. Great cover. I plan on painting that. Maybe I'll make a video out of it soon. Such a great cover. Submariner 5, First Tiger Shark. About a 7.5. Pretty good condition for these books. Great cover. Look at her. Spider-Man 29. Mid-grade, about a 5.0. I don't know if this is second or third Scorpion. Can't remember. Spider-Man 26. About a 4.0. I think this is fourth appearance of the Green Goblin. Spider-Man 37. Is that first Norman Osborn, I think? It's a lot to remember here. Great Action Comics. 7.5, 12 center. Great cover. Great cover here, too. The Riddler's such a goof. Look at their faces. Used to be horror covers. It's like a nightmare scene. Is it Detective 377? Batman 199. Great cover. Look at him tearing through all these comic books. You know, he's trying to have a copy of Batman comics. Great cover here too. First Legion of Feline Furies. About a 5.0 mid-grade. Man, I'm way overpaid for this book. Guy has a glass case in a flea market in Ellsworth, Maine, and always has great books in there, but I don't know how he gets those prices. The guy's crazy, but he got me on this one. You know, I was looking for one. It was in pretty good shape, about a 4.0. It was ungraded. You know, probably paid a little over fair price for that, but, you know, I decided I'd rather have it that day instead of walk away. X-Men 40, that Frankenstein cover. I think this is the origin of Cyclops too, 6.5. It's just a great cover of that Frankenstein. See if I can get that out of here, getting too close. The Silver Surfer 3, First Mephisto. Funny with this is I pulled this out of a flea market in Arundel, Maine. Right, left the stickers on it from where I bought it. I got this, and I think it was the first Samson on the Hawk. And then I did a show the weekend after, and I had these in a long box, and someone was going through it, and he stopped, and he was looking at it, he took it out, kind of studying it. He's like, that's my book. He's like, I just put that in my glass case a couple days ago. So I bought his books. They weren't cheap either, this one and that one, and he came to my show right after, so he knew he had a little bit of money to play with. He ended up buying like Iron Man #1 for me and a few other, but he ended up spending like $800-900, but it was worth it. It's just funny how small that community is. You find your own books a couple days later. What we got here? Journey in the Mystery 112. Classic Thor and Hawk fight there. It's about a 2.5, but these books are red. I mean, you're going to read Thor Hawk fight, pass it around with your buddies. A great Ramita Mysterio cover here. It's high grade. 7.0, probably a little better. I think we dropped it down a grade, but just one of my favorite Spider-Man covers there. What do we got? 93 here. The Prowler. It's not his first appearance. I think it's like he's been in a few before that one. X-Men 16, mid-grade, great cover. I think it's, you know, early Sentinels maybe. But Beast Feet just kills me. There's a great cover. Juggernaut. X-Men 33, that's high grade, 7.0. Tried to drop at least half a grade or a full grade in some of these just to kind of underestimate instead of over. Great cover. This book's heating up with the new Deadpool coming out. Wolverine #1 and a newsie. It's 9.6, 9.8 Canada. It's pretty clean. I think I bought that in a comic shop in South Dakota when I'm traveling for work. Fantastic Four 112. Hulk and Thing fight here. Enough said. Cracks me up. 6.5. Good high grade copy on that. It's tough in that black cover. Got 3 or 4 of these, I think. Superman Annual #1. A lot of people didn't know this was Annual #1. You find this in boxes for pretty low price. It doesn't say #1 on here. It just says Superman Annual. I know they had a Superman Annual #1 that came out a year or 2 later that actually said #1. I've never really figured out why they had 2 Annual #1s. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments, please. These were just cool variants of Dark Knight's Death Metal. Justice League America #7. I just thought it was a great cover with the big head and the Wonder Woman all fat. Just cracks me up. Low grade. Someone wrote their name on it. It was a 10 center, 3.0, but you can't pass on a cover like that. Great old Justice League book. Little golden here. Got Jumbo Comics 132. Sheena cover. 4 or 5. It's a respectable grade for that book. Great cover. It presents well. Good colors, so. More gold here. Space Adventures #3. 10 center. Again, low grade. Is missing a little piece down here. It's got some spine damage. About 2.0. Probably 2.5. But, these books were read and loved in their day. Great sci-fi cover. Daredevil 48 here. When I bought this, I thought it was first appearance of Stiltman. I was sad to find out it wasn't, but it's still a great cover. Early, 7.5, 8.0 Daredevil. Can't pass on that with those great colors. We got, to be honest, I overpaid on this one too. I got it from the same glass case I got that first Doctor Strange in title. But it was the first time I've seen one in, above a 4.5, in the wild, not graded, that presented well. So I paid a premium for that, but I'm just happy to have it. What else we got here? Spider-Man 48. I think, is that second, third Vulture, first new Vulture? I don't remember what that key significance is there. Someone know, hook me up, please. But it's 6.0. That's respectable for that book. I think we all know this book. Another Todd McFarlane piece of history here. Incredible Hulk 340. Great cover. This one's in surprisingly good shape. Submariner 8. That all black cover is tough. 7.0. I'd probably 7.5 there. Just a little bit of staple wear on it. Maybe a little soft corner here, but the rest of it's perfect. Just a great cover. Avengers 85, 7.5. I think this is first Supreme Squadron, maybe. I'm not a fan of them, but it was a great cover. And it was good, high grade. Under 100 Avengers. Batman 243. I think this is, first Lazarus Pit. First time they mentioned that there. Human Torch #1. I think this is his first solo series, maybe. 25 center. It's about 7.5. It's not his first appearance by no means, but still a cool book. Astonishing Tales #1. Love my Doctor Doom. It's high grade, but 9.0. Got a few of these. We got a 9.8 and whatever that is. Newsy is. Not the most expensive book in the world, but, I think once Galactus comes out and gets a little love, they'll heat up a little. You can tell the color difference in those from where they were printed. Just a great cover on these books here. Captain America, first Punisher meeting, Frank Miller cover. Just getting pumped up the chest. Old Star Spangled War stories. I know a lot of people chase these dinosaur covers. It's a cool one. Presents well. X-Men Faith. I think this is first color appearance Hellboy. Mignola cover. Another one of the Superman Annual #1s. Pretty cool 10-cent Superman here. 145. Full fire, nice. Strange Tales 102, mid-grade. First Wizard. I got a few of these. What we got? Fantastic Four 46. First appearance. Shayna the She-Devil, number 1. Great cover. I got her in that golden age back there. Jumbo. I don't know much about that book. I scooped it out of a relatively cheap long box sale for its number 1. Destroyer Duck number 1, about 9.6. First Grew. It's a great book. Destroyer Duck. Another high grade early Spider-Man, about an 8.0. Spider-Man 76, The Lizard Lives. Great cover. Used to collect cards when I was a kid, comic cards, and I just always remembered this from the comic cards. Classic cover, Weapon X, Wolverine. A couple of these. I think everybody's got a couple of these in the collection. Secret Wars 8. I got about an 8.0 and an 8. Yeah, both 8.0s. Probably 8.5s, 9.0s, but you don't want to overestimate. Well, I think that's the origin of the symbiote suit. 9698 Candidate Web of Spider-Man 1 direct edition. We got X-Men 11, The First Stranger, I believe. First appearance of the Stranger, about a 3.0. Thor 134. I forgot the key significance of this book. Remember, it wasn't cheap. I just don't remember why. Khazar and Doom 7.5. Oh, first T'Challa. Aquaman, first appearance of the Scavenger. Aquaman, what, 37. First Bizarro Legionnaires. I think that's Adventure Comic 329. Thor 163. I think this is a brief appearance of him out of Morlock. Batman and the Outsiders number 1. Solomon Grundy Superman cover, pretty cool. I think this is first Jack Kirby back to Kirby is back. Captain America there. Giant Jimmy Olsen number 2, just mid-grade. Got a couple of these. I think it's second appearance is Scott Lang. Try to speed up here a little bit. Marvel Team Up 3, just high grade, 9.2 or early. Morbius. That's that first Doc Samson that I got from that fella who found his own books at my sale. Great cover there. X-Men 55. Look at that. A 7075. Just all day long I'll pick those up. What's this? Batman 339. Poison Ivy's back. I'm not sure what that is. Here's a good one. Collector's Item Classic. Number 1 from 1965. Reprints of some great books. First Scrolls. First Doc Ock. Looks like an early Astonish. Tales to Astonish. We got here Teen Titans Annual 2. First Vigilante. Alright, so we got the first print. First Robin, I forget which one, and the Newsy, right? And then I got the second print, new Robin issue across the top here in a direct. Do not have the second print Newsy. That would be dope, though. That's the one everyone wants. Amazing Spider-Man 74, high grade, 7.5. Another great one. Another 7.5, or probably 8.0 here. 71, Quicksilver. Beating them up in a quick circle there. Mighty Avengers 69. I don't remember the key significance there. But I think we all know X-Men 266 is the second appearance of Gambit. Fight me in the comments. He had like 9 panels. They're calling it a cameo. Drives me crazy. Flash 137. No fist fight there. Machine Man number 1. Not sure if anything's ever going to happen with that. The Origin of T'Challa. Avengers 87. About a 7075. Marvel Tales. Reprint of the Spider-Man 1 right there. I wouldn't have picked it up if it wasn't a Newsy in a 9496. Annie number 1. Just crispy. Just got one of them. I thought I had a few of them. 252, I think this ties with a couple other books for First Black Suit and a Newsy. Batman 138 there, just cool dinosaur cover. Underwater with their harpoon guns. Early Daredevil 33. Tales of Suspense, Black Knight. Another one with the Super Adaptoid. First Silver Surfer crossover right here. Tales to Astonish 92. Great copy there. It's a nice one. Oh, that's a sick book right there. Journey in the Mystery, King Size Annual #1, first appearance of Hercules. It's in pretty good shape. I got 1.5 on there because of the square-bound cover unadhered. But aside from that, super nice presenting book. It's complete. It's got good edges. I wish the cover was on. It'd probably be like a 3540, but, you know, I'd rather have it than not. My Jim Annual 1. The Joker #1. It's heating up too with the new Joker #2 coming out. Another one of those Human Torch first solos. I told you I'm a sucker for Doctor Doom covers. Fantastic 486, 75. Marvel 2-in-1. The Thing and Man-Thing, 9.2. Newsy 9698 Candidate Black Knight 1, 3rd, 2nd edition. I don't remember. X-Men 29, the Super Adaptoid. I don't know if that's first appearance or not. Check out this great cover right here. Spider-Man 21, Human Torch and Beetle. Green Lantern, was it 13? I think that might be first big-headed Flash. Funny. First Rogue. This one's signed, and it had a certificate of authenticity, but you know, no one really wants to buy those because even with the certificate, the book's worth more graded, and you can't CGC grade this if they didn't witness it without getting the right label. So it's got to stay raw, and you know. So I mean, I love it. I love the signature, I like the certificate. But you know, as far as people thinking this is a great book, it's not in a good intersection of desire right there. We got here X-Men 98, pretty good shape. Fantasy Masterpiece reprint of the Silver Surfer 1 there from, what, 1979. That was just such a high grade. Superboy, 97. 9.0, probably 9.2. Probably be the highest on the census, that old book. Enter Doctor Doom. Great Doctor Doom cover there. Just throw all 4 of these up here. It's the Wolverine 4-part series. I got the #1 and a Newsy there. Just a great cover, Frank Miller. Another Marvel family here, number 42. Those are great covers too. Another Doctor Doom. A blind man shall lead them. Fantastic 439. Avengers 28. I think we had one of those earlier. Second copy of it there. I think that's the first cameo of Venom, or first appearance. I know he's on the last panel. I just don't know what they're considering that these days. Todd McFarlane goodness. X-Men 35 had a Spider-Man crossover. Along Came Spider. X-Men 92. Red Raven lives again. These are so like sporadic. Giant Size X-Men 2. I know X-Men Giant Size X-Men 1 gets all the love, but 8.5, it's a pretty respectable book there. Alright. Fantastic 430, First Diablo. That thing's face looks so stupid there. Where Monsters Dwell, #1. It's 8085. It's pretty good. I think I got a couple of these. That's the direct, and this is the Newsy X-Men Adventures. This is 9.8 candidate in the Newsy, I think. The Eternals #1. About a 9.6. Origin of Professor X, X-Men 117, 9.698 candidate. Spider-Man 24, I don't think it's got any key significance, but it's a 24, so I'll take it. Oh, another one of these Newsies and a 9.0. Fantasy Masterpiece 1979 reprint. We had the original a few books back. Green Lantern, early one there. I can't see the color. I need better lights in here. 40, I think. Little fist fight action. I think this is first Batman Hush, is it? Someone remind me. What we got here? We got 3 of these. It's just such a great cover. I'll buy this book every time I see it. It's Batwoman and Catwoman. Got him little hemmed up there. We got Black Panther 1. Look at that. Guy's face is terrifying. Spider-Man 65. I don't think any key significance there. Supergirl number 1. I think that's from the 80s or something. This is first appearance Psylocke in the United States. New Mutants Annual 2. First, I forget which Captain Marvel, but one of them. Here's another one of these. Spider-Man 48 Vultures. Been great. Getting down to it now. First box almost done. Amazing Spider-Man 68. Crisis on Campus. This is like 5th or 6th print. Killing Joke. Great homage cover. Moon Knight 57 there. I know a lot of people are looking for that book. Superboy 100. That's 6.0. I think there's key significance there. I just don't remember what it is. Another Superman Annual number 1. Really crispy 8085 Thor 166 fighting him. First Inhumans. Fantastic 445. Daredevil 5. It's first Matador, but I think the larger key significance here is they changed his yellow costume. I think they added some black to it in some spots. And then randomly a Spider-Man Miles Morales number 1. And then right behind that, Captain Atom number 1 from like 1958. You guys remember The Adventures of Captain Atom? A lot of people had that book. It's a tiny one. Detective Comics 457. Don't remember why I have that. Swamp Thing 25. Saga Swallow, his first cameo of Constantine. John Constantine. Let me get these out of the way here. Fantastic Four 67. First him. Look at that great Frankenstein and Bizarro cover. Little 10-cent Superman and a 6.5. Patch and Joe Fixit. Great cover there. No key significance, just an awesome cover. Pretty sure we're going to see a version of Wolverine in Deadpool. Spider-Man 82, just a early Spider-Man, mid to high grade, 7075 with Electro. Another one, Spider-Man 53, Doc Ock, upset. Great electric cover right there. 9496. Detective 472, don't remember much about that. The only reason Pit number 1's in here is it was a newsy and high grade. Alright. Another Teen Titans Annual number 2, first Vigilante. Avengers 43, first Red Guardian. World's Finest 173, first Silver Age appearance of Two-Face. 7075 Spider-Man 58. I don't think there's any key significance there. King Size Spider-Man 6, second appearance Sinister Six. We got another one here. Oh shit. Comic Tom Virgin wraparound variant reprint of Invincible number 1. Great cover. Daredevil, Doctor Doom. I'm a sucker, they got me. Detective Comics 383, first appearance of something. I don't remember what, but geez, they used to go mad hard on the stereotypical covers there. Great book. Fantastic Four 99. I don't remember the key there, but pretty good grade. Same here too, pretty classic cover. Things all hemmed up by the mob. Looks like they're getting ready to do bad things to him. Great Thing, Doctor Doom cover there. Fantastic Four 60. Got a couple of them. The Avengers 59, first Yellow Jacket, is it? It's a good one. Oh, great cover here. Avengers 47, Magneto. Is that Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver? There we go. Giant Size Avengers number 1. World of Krypton 1. Oh yeah, here we go. First appearance of the Beetle. This feller. Strange Tales. Can't see the number of the early one there, but great cover. Thor 162, just a great Galactus cover. Look at that. George Perez, Wonder Woman number 1. Got a couple of these. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Adventures. Got the direct and the newsy. Everybody knows this uncomfortable cover. First Lobo. First appearance of Turok, the person that became Turok, not the actual Turok itself. X-Men 17, great cover. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. #1. I forget the artist's name that made all these trippy covers, but what a great one there. Fantastic Four 28, first X-Men crossover. So I think we're at the end of the first box there. A lot of goodies in there. We still have all this to go, but thanks for sticking out with me. Like, subscribe, share. Appreciate you all.